Welcome to the Inferno. Oh, sorry. I meant Venus. Welcome to Venus. Some call it Earth's twin. But trust me, this world is unlike anything you've ever known. Brace yourself as you prepare to experience this searing, scorching landscape firsthand. Your daring mission, to spend a mere 5 seconds on this hostile planet. Yet, those will feel like an eternity. Venus, the second planet from the Sun, stands as our nearest celestial neighbor. A mere 40 million kilometers separate us at its closest approach. After a mere 4 months traversing the vastness of space, you'll finally behold the awe, inspiring yet perilous beauty of this world. Billions of years ago, Venus and Earth emerged in the same cosmic neighborhood. In fact, this rocky orb matches Earth's size, with gravity that resembles our own. However, the surface situation on Venus is anything but familiar. We've gleaned knowledge from the brave probes we've sent to this blazing realm. Some orbited, some ventured close, and a few even touched down on the Venusian surface. Regrettably, their journeys were cut short. But now, it's your turn to unravel their fate. Prepare yourself for the descent. Astonishing clouds adorn the sky, a sight to behold from a distance. But breathe them in. I wouldn't recommend that at all. Those yellowish bands that streak across the heavens are sulfuric acid clouds. Inhaling them would fill your senses with the stench of rotten eggs. Best to keep your helmet secured tightly, at 50 kilometers above the surface. Visibility is limited, the atmosphere so thick that views of the planet and its myriad of volcanoes are obscured. A dense layer of carbon dioxide envelops Venus, acting as a potent greenhouse, trapping heat on the surface and transforming it into a furnace. Just how hot are we talking? Well, you're about to find out firsthand. The surface temperature on Venus is scorching hot, averaging around 462 degrees Celsius, which is hotter than the surface of Mercury, the closest planet to the Sun. Within a few seconds, the intense heat would be enough to cause severe burns and probably ignite any exposed materials. As you descend another 15 kilometers, the haze gradually clears, revealing a rusty terrain adorned with mountains and volcanoes. Oh, look, an active volcanoes. Fly around a bit, gather samples, and take in the extraordinary view. Atmosphere analysis. Mostly carbon dioxide with traces of nitrogen. All checks out. Ah, touchdown. You finally found a landing spot. But remember, proceed with caution. Seek clearance from mission control. As your spacecraft settles, it kicks up clouds of dust that take several minutes to settle in the soupy atmosphere. Once it clears, you look up, only to find the peculiar Venusian sky. But you wouldn't find the familiar yellow circle of the Sun on Venus. It forever resembles dawn, regardless of the time of day, as only a meager 10 of sunlight penetrates through the atmosphere to the surface. Wait, what were we saying earlier about the space probe that landed on Venus? Oh yeah, Venera 13. On March 1, 1982, Venera 13 successfully entered the atmosphere of Venus, and its lander module performed a daring descent through the thick and corrosive atmosphere. The spacecraft endured extreme temperatures, atmospheric pressure, and acidic conditions during its descent. Once safely on the surface, Venera 13 began to transmit data and images back to Earth. The lander provided the first color photographs ever taken from the surface of Venus, allowing scientists to gain crucial insights into the planet's landscape and geology. Venera 13 survived the descent and endured for an impressive 127 minutes, longer than any other spacecraft that ventured this far. But alas, it eventually succumbed to the harsh and unwelcoming environment. The extreme pressure or relentless heat likely proved fatal. But now it's too late to turn back. You've braved the 1-hour-long descent, and you're so close to completing your mission. Spending just 5 seconds on this alien terrain. Out there in the most extreme environment imaginable, you've made it. The atmosphere feels strange, almost suffocating. Although Venus shares similar gravity with Earth, its immensely dense air weighs heavily on your movements. Walking would be akin to navigating through hot, thick water. Fortunately, your trusty pressurized suit shields you from the worst of it. Otherwise, the pressure alone would crush you before you had a chance to fulfill your mission. It's not so bad after all, is it? Considering a spacecraft survived over 2 hours here some 40 years ago, surely you, equipped with the latest technology, can endure even longer. Venus awaits your discoveries, just a few more steps. But then, something distracts you from this unprecedented Hume analysis of the Venusian surface. Your protective suit gives way. A drastic pressure shift immediately makes you feel as though you're submerged deep underwater, with an atmospheric pressure 90 times that of Earth's. Venus crushes you from all sides simultaneously. Breathing becomes a battle in an atmosphere devoid of oxygen, scalding your mouth and throat with every inhale. Unless you can swiftly return to your spacecraft, you'd be doomed within seconds. Thankfully, Venusian rain is not like acid. High above, sulfuric acid clouds may pour, but the intense heat causes them to evaporate long before they reach the ground. At least you're spared from the gruesome fate of dissolving in acid. But perhaps, in hindsight, we shouldn't have sent you to explore this infernal surface without first transforming Venus into a more hospitable world. But that's a tale for another time. That's all for today. Bye.